Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, man. I hope you guys are having a great day. I think it's a Thursday that you guys are watching this, so happy Thursday. If it's a Friday, then happy Friday. I don't know. But anyways, we're back on the Anthony Todt topic. Now, we went through his personal testimony, which is complete horse trash, horse shit, if you want to say. I don't buy it. He cries. He gives all these, elaborate answers to the story. Not very convincing. So right here we have the actual interrogation of Anthony Todt after they found him in the house with his decaying family. So let's go ahead and check this out. One thing I do want to point out, he's considerably larger in this interrogation. So he wasn't lying when it came to him trying to lose weight, because you could tell he did. All my Patreon members, I love you guys. For all you guys who want to support the channel, go ahead and check the link below. We have a Patreon. We posted something this week. And check out the Instagram as usual. If you want to have, a more close contact with me, send me DMs, send me ideas and topics. Tell me I'm trash. Tell me I'm awesome. Go check out my Instagram. But anyways, let's get back into this thing.
I'd like to just start from the beginning, if we can. How we led up to where we're at right now.
Okay. For a while, my wife had started. She began watching these videos, talking about the afterlife, talking about salvation, talking about how families go.
Slow down a little bit right now. I'm just having a hard time keeping up with you two.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let's speak up.
And in watching these videos and watching everything going on, she presented them to me, and I started watching them with kind of a uneasy, whatever. And the more and more we watched, the more and more I gained an understanding that there is more than this life here, a higher level of consciousness. And then we started researching, and then we started finding more about the world is coming to the end, the apocalyptic end, and that our families may be separated and enslaved.
It's crazy that straight off the bat he goes to blaming his wife, the crazy woman who just lost her mind and wanted to do this cult-like, passing with her entire family. That's insane. I thought maybe his lawyers constructed this lie or constructed this story, for him to go forward with. At least he has some sort of story to go with. He made this story. I don't know if he spoke to his lawyers before this interrogation, but what I'm seeing right here is this story was already planned. He already had her planned out to be the crazy woman who attempted to take his life and took the kid's life along with herself. Crazy, bro.
And to avoid this, to all go together. Okay?
You mean die together?
Die together, that's correct. Okay? So, because my wife's been chronically ill for a while, this really appealed to her, and because it appealed to me also, because she wouldn't be in any pain, family wouldn't be separated, there would be no more sorrow, no more heartbreaking, no more anything. It would be a salvation and everlasting life. Okay? So we kept doing our research, reading up things, meditating, and decided that, this should be a thing. This should be what we should do. Okay? We had sat down and talked with the boys and Zoe just on different things about, death and the way what would happen if mommy died, how would you feel, what happened if daddy died, what would you feel? And because his responses was that we don't want you to die, we want to die with you.
Oh, this shit is sick. Wait, what the No, this shit is crazy. So is he implicating himself also? That's because he said he agreed.
Okay.
So when did you guys start talking to the children about this?
What month?
We're in January now.
That was before Thanksgiving.
Okay. And your wife first showed you these videos when?
She started watching them, or she first started showing them to me in April.
April. Okay. And what was she using to watch these?
Her Microsoft Surface laptop.
And that's the one in the blue case?
Yes, it's a flip, yes.
All right. Okay. Go on. So you talk to the children.
Talk to the children, just to get a general understanding what they want to do and not. And they didn't want to live without us. Okay? We didn't point blank say we're going to die and, leave you behind. But, what would you do if mommy and daddy died? And we don't want to live without you. We don't want to live without you.
They're kids. Of course they're going to say we don't want to live without you. Trust me, if they were on that bullshit, if my parents were on that bullshit, I would have been like, nah, dude. Y'all might need to handle that on your own, bro. Like, shit. How would I feel? I'd be very sad. Would I want to go with y'all? Nah, not right now. Not right now. You feel me? Like, maybe in a little bit, in a couple decades, but not right now. Y'all could do your thing, though. You got me messed up. They're children. They don't know bro. They don't understand the gravity of what they're asking them. Oh my God, it's always the weirdo, man. I'm sorry to say it, but I could tell he's a weirdo from looking at him. Like, the stereotype of a weirdo, that's this guy right here.
In conversation with my wife, we didn't want to live without them either. We wanted to bring a whole family together and make it transverse together. Okay? So we were coming up with different things of how we could do this. We didn't know how we could do this because we're not violent people. Okay? Not violent people at all. First we said, what if we, started reading different things. There's something came on TV about cough medicine. Okay? So could they have some cough medicine that would put them to sleep, like overdose of cough medicine, just put them to sleep. And we had nice peaceful death. Okay? So my wife made a pudding pie, jello pie, froze it, nothing happened.
What was in the pie?
What was in the pie? Sleep, ease, these different things with drama, this stuff to put you to sleep.
You said you have a medical background, is that correct?
I have a medical but not a chemical background.
Not a chemical, okay.
Yeah, I'm a physical therapist.
Okay. So you don't have all the terminology and...
No.
Does your wife?
She's a physical therapist, no.
Okay.
We look it up and...
Where did you guys look this? I was just fixing to ask, where did you guys do the research at?
We went up and down up and down the aisles of the Publix and asked the drug guy, I can't think of it. Pharmacist, thank you. What's something good that puts you to sleep, no trouble falling asleep?
When did you guys start doing this research?
That started research before Halloween. But I just intermittently trying to figure out.
Now, okay, what I'm assuming is because we did the prosecution's examination of him, and he said that he told his wife, I'll cover for you, I don't care, just get help. Okay, just get help. I'll cover for you for the kids. And in that video, I even said, I was like, there's no way in hell that you could still love your spouse after she kills your kids. You have to be really insane, right? And he's trying to say that he's just the victim here, right? You would have to be really insane to tell your wife, oh, I'll just take the blame for this. Just get help. Just get help. I just care about you, okay? Just get help. After you killed the thing that we created together? No, that's insane. So anyways, what I'm assuming is that he kind of added that little section there where he told her, just get help. I'll just lie because he has this to go against. He's saying that he was aware of this. They're going to go away, fade off together. And, they're just going to take the whole family with them. That is crazy. So he's basically admitting to the crime, right now. After this interrogation, he was never going home. Where's your lawyer at, Mr. Physical Therapist?
What was going on,
Okay.
When we found out that the best drug to use was that the stuff in Benadryl. That's the safest way to put away. The safest way to put in. So it didn't work. So we kept thinking, talking, and just researching different things. And finally, we started researching. We said, we're just going to have to do some sort of exsanguination. Okay? Bleed to death. Okay? That's how they used to do it way in the back, when they used to do sacrificial things.
You take a bleed to death?
Bleed to death.
Oh, bleed to death, sorry. Okay.
That's okay. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you don't understand my family. So I'll explain how our family works. It's perfectly normal for us. He's trying to make this seem like this is something between the family, and it's perfectly okay. And sadly, I didn't die, but I'll just stick around and peace to my family. Nah, bro. This piece of lard is going to jail is what's going to happen.
So we started researching where would be the easiest to stab, to do, whatnot, so the kids could bleed to death, maybe in combination with the sleep drug.
Okay.
Okay? And that's how everything led up to be.
Okay. So
that's a story. That is some story.
Through research, you guys have found, now you're saying you and your wife did this together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in doing all the research and everything, how did we get to Monday morning? Take me back to the holidays. When do you think the children died? That type of stuff.
I'm still trying to remember when the children died. I can't put those pieces together.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
We wanted the kids to stick around for the Christmas holiday concert because we didn't want to disappoint that.
Did you guys celebrate Christmas Day?
No, the kids were there before Christmas.
Because family is saying that that they spoke with Megan the day after Christmas. Was Megan alive the day after Christmas?
No, she died right the day after the boys did.
Right. I remember you saying that the other day. That's why I've made contact now with your family and with Megan's family. And so Megan's family is 99% sure that looking back through cell phone records and stuff that they spoke with her, not text message. They spoke with her the day after Christmas.
No.
And she said the children were sick.
No.
Yeah, see, shit. He probably was the one trying to do this from the start. My question is, why did he want to do it in the first place? Like, why? Men like him, I understand. Like Chris Watts, Anthony Todt. Like, why extinguish the entire family when you're having issues with the mom? Like, that just gives me a little psycho vibes. That's all I'm saying.
Is the son coming up like part of a rule or anything like that? Because you mentioned it a couple times that Megan told you that you have to do this before the sun comes up. Is there a reasoning behind that?
I don't know why the reasoning was behind that, but it would have to be done before the sun came up, yes.
Okay. So it's nothing during your research or investigations or anything like that has...
Nothing per mine. I don't know what was on her side, research or whatnot. I was just told this needed to be done before the sun came up.
Okay. All right. So they're all deceased. What do you guys do?
Go up to the bedroom. Just started talking. How do we want to, the kids are dead. What are we going to do now? What's going on? What's our next step? What are we going to do?
You mean this wasn't planned?
It was planned, but it was like just the dog. Did she want to go first? And we just said, because there was some discussion of me going first and her staying last.
So they take the kids out.
Going first.
So they take the kids out, and now they're having this whole discussion, who's going first. It's almost like that Family Guy episode where the guy with the mustache, I'm not even going to say his name because I don't know how YouTube be, but they're like, yeah, you do it. And then she was like, it was like a cyanide pill or something. He was like, you do it. She's like, no, you do it. No, you do it. I mean, that could have been a scenario where, somebody gets cold feet. But come on, this story is so bizarre. Like, really, bro? A suicide pact? That not believable. I'm sorry, it ain't believable for me at least.
She wasn't sure which one she wanted to do. So we decided that the dog, we wanted the dog with us. So she held the backside of the dog down, and they put the, I call them Mexican blankets. They're like these blankets around, and I was able to hold the knot in her snout and her nose closed, and she went peacefully.
Yeah, you suffocated the dog and she went peacefully. He's really saying, hold on, let's back this up. Let's talk about the most traumatic thing anything could experience before it goes, and say, and yeah, she went peacefully, you know? What the
The knot in her snout and her nose closed, and she went peacefully.
Okay.
Picked her up, put her in her bed.
Oh, okay.
And then Meg was like, I want to go next, I want to be done. And then went.
So you just suffocated the dog?
Yep.
So if there was any type of marks or anything like that on the dog, you wouldn't know anything about it?
What kind of marks were on the dog? I just suffocated the dog.
You didn't stab the dog?
I didn't stab the dog.
Or stab one on the dog?
You stab
That's
up?
interesting that
Did he
I-
forget about
I-
stabbing the fucking dog? Like, what is going on? It's like he's winging the story as he goes. Damn, dog. What?
I didn't stab the dog.
Well, there's a stab wound on the dog.
Okay.
The dog was collected as well. So.
I doubt. Like,
It's neither here nor there. I'm just telling you. Okay. All right. So you killed the dog. And then you say you like put it in its bed or something like that. Where did you place it then?
the bed, we wrapped it in the blanket, went out and put it underneath the bedside table in her bed.
Her. Okay. What was her name?
Breezy.
Breezy. Okay. Did you meet? I'm sorry. Where did you kill the dog at?
It was on the foot of the bed on Megan's side.
In the master room.
That's correct.
Okay. And that was the final resting spot was in the master bedroom, correct?
Correct.
All right. So the dog's dead. Now what happens?
Meg wanted to go.
Okay.
So we have decided, I said, what do you want me to get? Your wine? What do you want to help calm this down? So it won't hurt as much. We had some spray stuff, and so she could use that instead. So she wanted some wine and some, it's purple, Tylenol PM. And she started taking that a little bit. Gave her the knife. And I laid next to her, and she put the knife into her stomach.
I gave her the knife. You know, she took some wine and some Tylenol PM. I gave her the knife, and then she put the knife into her stomach, as if there's like a knife hole in her stomach, like it's supposed to go there. And then she put the knife into her stomach, and then twisted it, and that was the off button for her body. Yes, sir, that is how it happened. And me, I was too scared to do so. Like. That story is crazy. I don't know how these detectives are keeping a straight face. I think that's why he's kind of like this. He's kind of like, I'm like, bro, you can't keep a straight face with this shit. That is the crazy story. I can't lie. That is a good story for like fiction, but that's not what happened, bro. She placed the knife into her stomach. Like, bro, get the fuck.
And I said, did you get the spot? It's right here. She said, yeah, I feel it. Okay. I'm laying there for 45 minutes. It's supposed to take about 10 minutes, whatever Greg says. If you hit the spot.
And what is in that spot? What are you talking about?
The inferior vena cava.
Okay.
On the umbilicus. You're supposed to be able to bleed out. They say in 1 to 4 minutes, but under 10 minutes.
And what are you specifically targeting within that area?
The inferior vena cava.
Okay.
It's the big blood return. Okay. It's a large vessel, and you bleed out in your abdomen. It's just quick.
All right.
Okay.
How much did she consume wine or I'm assuming is it grape flavored? You keep saying purple.
Yeah, the first one was grape flavored.
What do you mean first one?
She had a glass of wine with the stuff. Okay. We were laying there for about 45 minutes. After she stabbed herself, she says, I feel nothing happening. Nothing happening. said, okay, this isn't good. What do you want to do? She said, do we have any Benadryl? I said, we have liquid Benadryl. She goes, let me have that. Let me try some of that. Maybe that'll put me to sleep or let me go sooner. So she was drinking liquid Benadryl. And I was checking back on her, give her some peace. Walked around, came back, came back.
Wait, I don't understand. How's the knife in her stomach and she's in peace and she's drinking Benadryl and having a conversation with him? Like, I don't know if I heard something wrong, but I think a glass of wine and a Tylenol PM ain't gonna cut it when a knife is literally in your. I mean, he was like, she was aiming for that spot, and that should make her bleed out under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes. This is the guy who got slapped up in high school. I promise you, bro. Like he's a weirdo. And rightfully so, he got slapped up in high school. What the fuck?
And at one point, I thought she had passed from doing the Benadryl. Nope, she was still there, and she had sat up.
What makes you think she passed?
She was very quiet. There was no motion. I couldn't see her abdomen going up and down. This is from afar, without even me going up to see her. Okay?
Was her eyes open?
Eyes were closed.
She communicating with you?
At that, when I came up, I was like, Meg, she said, I'm here. I said, okay. So I said, what do you want to do? You want to try more Benadryl? Do you want the knife back again? What do you want to do? And she goes, let me try some more Benadryl. And then if that, we'll do a second. What's that? Okay. Gave her a bunch more Benadryl. Like I said, let that settle in for a while. Settle in.
When you say a bunch more, you got an approximate amount?
I really don't. I know she was. She was
a bottle.
Yes, it was I don't know. There was a big bottle, like a family-size Benadryl thing.
She killed the whole bottle.
In 2 different sippings, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And that wasn't happening, so she decided to go through her liver. Okay. I pulled up the thing and the packed liver. We laid it out on where it was on our skin, according to landmarks. And it says right in this area. So, okay. And she, with 2 hands, pushed in. And you heard like a little click, as if it went through something. Okay, so I was like, okay, sounds like it went through the liver. That's good. Okay. She pulled it out. She put the knife right next to her. And I just laid with her. And I laid there and held her.
He's making this sound like it was the most peaceful transition. Like, yeah. And he's like, do you want to do the knife again? Do you want to do Benadryl? She's like, let's do the knife. Okay, I'll stab my liver this time. Okay. Okay, let me put the knife here, honey. Now just hold me, sweetie. Just hold me while we go peacefully. Like, what the Bro, she would be screaming. That's crazy. This story, he really should have got a lawyer. I don't know what the fuck he was on, but this story is insane. And to have to go into trial with this story is even crazier. Because now, every lawyer that comes and helps him has to go with this story. He made them go with this story.
Just waited. It seemed like hours went by and nothing else happening. I got up. I wanted to check on our boys and our little one, make sure everything was going okay in the house, everything was okay. Came back and she's sitting up at the edge of the bed. And she's cleaning the room. I'm like,
what was she cleaning it with?
There was one of my t-shirts. She had, I think she had a towel at one point.
Okay. But
she was definitely, but she was up, she was washing it, rinsing at one point. And she's like, this has got to be done, this is taking too long, this is ridiculous. I'm like, shall we go on, look at different other aspects to do this? How do you want to do this? She goes, I want this ended now. I said, okay, what does that mean? She goes, I want you to take the pillowcase, put a pillow and put it over my head. I said, I don't know if I can do that. And she looked at me, she goes, if you love me, you can do this. I want to be with my babies. I said, and she just looked at me and she goes, you're strong enough and you can do it.
Okay. She was like, you're strong enough? No, you're fat enough, you could do it. You could just, all he has to do is sit on her face and she'll die. Like, shit, there's a lot easier ways that he could have took her out. This story is bullshit. This I don't even know how this went to trial. There's certain stories to where they should just be like, you know what, sir, we're not gonna waste the jury's time because this is just crazy. I know you can't actually do that. I know, but it's like, damn, we're really wasting our time right now. This story is insane. You would have to be an insane person to believe this story.
So I said, why don't you take some more Benadryl so at least you're not going to fight me, and I'll do it. So she took some more Benadryl. She took some more Benadryl, and maybe about 15 minutes later, I came back to her room. I said, "You still want to do this?" And she talked to me like very far out. Yeah, get it done.
How much Benadryl did you guys have?
I don't know.
Did you have to go get any more during this time?
So in that time, no.
What other times did you have to?
After that was done, for me to commit suicide.
So you had already prepared. I mean, you had enough to take care of the children and yourself, or Megan?
Megan and myself, for what we thought.
How many bottles do you approximately think you had?
We had 2 boxes of Sleepies, I know that, which is straight dimethyl, which is these little pills. We had 2 things of Tylenol PM, I remember that, which is a great purple
You
one.
see how he's stalling to get to Benadryl? He asked how many bottles of Benadryl you had. This guy went to 3 other things before the Benadryl. It's because he's trying to figure out what's a believable number. Will they find the evidence if he says the wrong number? Like, see, he's thinking about all these things. All this is bullshit. Yeah, we had Sleepies. We had Tylenol PM. Bro, we didn't ask you none of that shit. Like, we didn't ask you any of that.
And I think we had 2 bottles of Benadryl.
2 bottles of Benadryl. He finally got to 2 bottles of Benadryl. Cap. That sounds like bullshit to me.
Family size?
Yes.
But getting through Megan, did she take it all?
She ended up taking a lot more than what we had thought would take it. So,
So her numbers should be a lot higher results-wise, you know what I mean? Like as far as toxicology and stuff.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Okay. Once she was cleaned up, you talked about wiping of the towel or something like that. Did you see a substantial amount of blood or anything outside of the body?
She kept the shirt on. I didn't look underneath.
Okay. Did you see anything on the bed?
Blue blood on the sheets, but then she changed. She wanted a different sheet. I remember that, so she put a different sheet down.
So the old one should still be back at the house?
It should be.
It should be. Man, if any one of my subscribers thinks that this story is legit, you guys need to seriously check out your logic skills because this shit is crazy. I don't believe a single word he says. A single word.
So Tyler gets a set of rosaries. How is he positioned?
He is on his, when I put him on, he is on his, like, towards his stomach, with his head towards the side. I just can't remember which. His head was facing, I think, back to the back of the wall. Back to the building, I'm not sure.
Back. Okay. Is he on his face? Is he on his side? How is his face?
He's on his side. You have to his face. It's like, it's more so like right here.
Okay.
And yeah, he knows all these little details, but when it comes to, major details that you need, he can't remember. It's vague. He was sleepy. He had a lot of Benadryl in his system, But that was pretty much that was like the first half of the interrogation. I'll come back through with another half of it. But that was pretty much his initial story. Then he starts to veer out into, a few other avenues because his story is so outrageous. Obviously he has to kind of change things up eventually. But that was the unsettling interrogation of Mr. Anthony Todt. We all know there's no reasonable doubt in this case either. Daryl Brooks' case had 0 reasonable doubt. This case, I would say, has like 0 reasonable doubt. He did that shit. I'll put the stamp of approval. I need to make a stamp that says he did that shit. Stamp it. Like, yeah. The reason why, now that I really don't fucking know. That's something that I would like to figure out. But anyways, people, if you guys are enjoying the videos, let me know. If you guys are getting tired of some videos, let me know as well. And we're gonna come back through with some more information on this case. Until then, y'all stay safe, stay inside. I'm gonna see you later.